Okay, this is a demo for the 6-color cube in the black box, or Color Vision. Basically, you show mom and dad that you have a 6-color cube, a cube with 6 different colors on the side, and a little box. Now you turn away so you're not looking, and you say, watch, I'm going to mix this up in my hand. I'll mix it up, and then I'm going to put it in the box. So I cannot see it, and you tell mom and dad to remember the color on top. Remember the color on top, and then you close it so you can't see it. Now you can look. You show them, and you say, I can't see through the top, or the bottom, or the sides. So they know you can't see through it. I'll put it behind my back to make it harder. And then say, you know what, I'm going to read your mind. I want you to tell me, you're going to read their mind. I'm going to try and figure out which color you saw was on top. You know what, I'll bet the color on top is green. You take it out, and you say, yep, I got it. Do you guys want to see how that's done? The kids are going to say, yep. So you put it in there. And I do this to show the kids. I tell them I'm going to put it behind my back, and then I say, can I see the color through the box? And they're going to say no, and you say, yes I can. You turn it around and you explain to them, I can see the color. Because what happened, and you show them this, when I put it behind my back, I take the lid off and I put it on the side, and then I take it out. Now it looks like the lid is on the right way, but I'm really looking right at the color right there, so I know it. Now a couple things you have to tell the kids when you do this. When you take it out, don't take it out like that so they can see it. You have to be careful. Just take it out like that so they don't see the back side. And then also don't look right at it. Hold it out in front of your parents so it looks like you're reading their mind, almost like you're looking in their eyes. And then once you know it, put it back behind your back, put it back on top, and then don't take it out yet. Just say, I'll bet, and they'll say, I'll bet you put the color, or you can say, I'll bet the color on top was green, and then you take it out, and there it is, green. Now one thing I keep saying, you put the color on top. Another thing you can do, and we're going to go over this as a class, I explain that you will go like this and mix it up yourself. You can also give it to someone. You can give it to them. They can put the color on top, so you don't even look. They would put this, your parents would put it inside the box, close it, but first remember the color on top, and then you would do the whole trick, and that's when you would say, I'll bet you put the color on top. To make it easier for the kids and for you in the class, I just have you mix it up in your hands, close it, and tell them to remember the color that's on top. Okay, so here's how we do this as a class then. Give them all the pieces, tell them to put it on the floor like this. Now tell them to pick up the dice or the die and put it in any color. Okay, tell them to remember that number for a second. I want you to practice for a second putting it behind the back and putting the lid on. So as a class, let's all do this. Remember the color on top, close it. Now everyone as a class, put it behind your back. So the whole class should do this. Tell them to take the lid, put it on the side. Tell them to take it out. Tell them not to let you see the back. Take it out, look at the color. Once you know the color, tell the class put it back behind your back, put the lid back on the right way, put it on the right way, turn back, don't take it out yet, and say, I'll bet, the class will say, I'll bet the color on top is, they'll all say that, and then whatever color, yellow. Take yours out and open it up and say, yep, I got it. Once they get good at that, do that once or twice where they practice doing that, then we do the whole trick together as a class. So let's do it once as a class. Everyone take your cube, say I have a color cube with 6 different colors on it, they'll say that. Tell everyone that you're going to look away, so you're not looking, and say, watch me mix it up in my hand. So they'll mix it up, then say, I'm going to put it in the box. So everyone says that. Say, remember the color on top. Then say, I'm going to close it. Now the whole class looks back. Okay, now as a class, everyone does this. Everyone says, I can't see through the top, so they'll say that. I can't see through the bottom. Say, I can't see through the sides. Now as a class, everyone put it behind your back. Now I'm telling the class, you're doing your magic, you're just putting the lid on the side. As a class, everyone takes it out, holds it in front of you. Say, I'm going to read your mind. Okay, so the class will say, I'm going to read your mind, and then you say, once you know the color, put it back, close it. Okay, don't let them see you closing it, but close it, and then say, I'll bet, so the class will say that, I'll bet the color on top is, and then whatever yours is, say it. So the color on top is red. Now you take it out, open it up, and say, got it. Now a couple other little things you can do. If someone says, oh, you can tell how this is done because the way they feel, maybe they feel different, you can even give them the cue and you can show them. It does not have anything to do with how they feel. It has nothing to do with that. And then once again, for the older kids, if you don't want to do it yourself by shaking it up, give them the trick. let them put it in the box, let them remember it, close it, and then you're going to tell them to remember it, and you will then do this and read their mind and figure out what color they put on top. And I think that's all for the demo.